We get to our co-main event. Swerve in Our Glory. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland challenging the Acclaimed Max Caster and Anthony Bowens with Daddy Ass for the AEW Tag Team Championships, which they lost from them at AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. Some would say they should have won the belt originally. Excuse me, guys. Originally at AEW All Out, but Tony didn't hit the audible like we all thought he should have. So let's get in to this match, guys. Max Caster spits like he normally does, but he goes, you know what? Hold on, I got some more. He spits more. He has 8 bars. He had a whole verse for these motherfuckers. He goes crazy. He tells Keith Lee he loved him in The Blind Side. Very well. They have this entrance down packed. I mean, from Anthony Bowens grabbing the mic and running in, flipping it like he does, saying, you know, the city, New Jersey, flips in, the Acclaimed have arrived, you know. Scissor me, daddy ass. Let's go. They get going right away. We get a scissor me timbers. I love that move. They start working Bowen's arm because Bowens apparently was going around the whole weekend with a sling on, you know, probably trying to keep his arm okay for whatever had happened to him. And we didn't know how serious it was. But, you know, Swerve kept going for that arm, working it. At this moment, I was like, did something happen earlier? I didn't know at this point that he had been walking around with a sling, but I was still curious, like, why are they working the arm like that? But, you know, Swerve grows and he out of nowhere just leaves for a second and out and just grabs a rail, takes him forever, comes back with it, lays it like he bridges it almost on the outside of the ring onto the floor. Tells Keith, you know, Keith, like, what are you doing? And Swerve's like, it's worried about him, you know. Swerve tries to eventually suplex Anthony on the rack, but gets reversed, you know. Lee starts killing now, you know. They're trying to keep Max Caster out the fight. They're working Bowens' arm. They're keeping him in the ring. He gets up an electric chair, reverses it into a Hurricane Rana, a backwards Hurricane Rana on Keith Lee, which looked great. We get our hot tag, which is more lukewarm, but we get it. You know, eventually Lee starts to have to work on Max. We get that awesome top rope leg drop. You know, I think it was like a famouser, basically. You know, we get some awesome tag team moves into the cutter. 2 count. Keith eventually catches Swerve from falling on the rail. And then Max jumps into Keith onto the rail off the apron. It was amazing. We get a Who's House? Swerve's house with these amazing kicks. Bow. 2 count. He does them 4 times, that flying kick he was doing. It was so amazing. I got to say, I was never like, I knew about Swerve, you know what I'm saying? I just wasn't really aware of how good he was until I saw him here. I wasn't seeing him on Hit Row like that. Hit Row. I'm cool though on Hit Row. I don't know. Fun and great. But yes, Swerve was doing his thing, looking amazing. It was a great match. You know, we get the top rope stomp and they miss it, you know, the arrival they call it. We get a mic drop on Keith Lee and he jumps into the pin. They break the pin up. At this point, the crowd wasn't really like paying attention to the match. They're wondering what the hell was going on. Are they dead? What's going on? Eventually, you could tell that someone had got kicked out, as the announcers told us, of the arena for doing something. And the crowd was more focused on that than the match. I felt kind of bad for the guys, but, you know, they kept going. You know, the crowd starts to chant asshole for that person. Swerve hits the finishing tag move for a 2 count. Lee throws Max into Anthony Bowens. And then Swerve grabs the pliers. The same pliers that he destroyed Daddy Ass's fingers with. But then Daddy Ass comes out Starts getting that Swerve, but then they have everyone come out and separate them. Swerve gives Keith the pliers. Like, yo, use them, G. Like, use them. Keith's like, no, I'm not going to use them. So what does Swerve do? He slapped the shit out of Keith Lee. I'm like, damn. Slapped the shit out of Keith Lee. Keith Lee looks at him. Like, all right. And walks away. And leaves Swerve in a handicap match to win these championships by himself. They destroy Swerve. Hit him. Take him out. They hit him with that kick-ass flip finisher. 1, 2, 3. And the Acclaim is still your AEW tag team champions, which in my eyes is the best decision. I didn't want, Swerve to get it back. We did what we were supposed to do. Keith Lee and Swerve can now be heels and faces on opposite sides, probably have a small feud, and then move on from there. But it was a great match. And what can I say? Everyone loves the Acclaim.